Thank you, dear Professor Sharwashidze, dear Ambassador Kelly, dear Ambassador Yalowitz, dear students, dear alumni, distinguished guests, let me greet you all. I am very pleased to be here at Tbilisi State University, a renowned academic center that many of us in this room and beyond, including myself, have distinct privilege and honor to call alma mater. Although I graduated around 22 years ago from this university with a degree in economics, I still count this exceptional place as my home, as many of you. And I'm very glad to see university constantly changing towards a modern academic center, and I am very glad to see the rigor of the student and academic body remain as active as it was years ago. Today we are here to celebrate 25 years of establishing diplomatic relations with the United States and reflect on the special influence that US academic programs had on our lives and on the development of democratic Georgia. Let me share with you some of my experience back in 1995. This was the year where I had the first exposure to the United States. This was the year when maybe few of you remember the person whose name was Robert Mediris. He is still a professor of UC Davis, University of California, Davis. And he is a founder of Silicon Valley concept and the Silicon Valley Bank. He came to Georgia together with George Shultz to establish the first US-sponsored training program in Georgia, which was called Georgia Business Training Program, first year, and the second year it was Georgia Banking Training Program, where I was part of. I had a real privilege and luck, I think luck first of all, to be part of this group of 10 people, 10 young Georgian people who went right after the civil war and disaster in this country to the United States. It is very difficult to describe the emotions we all had when we arrived to the States. We had 1 month lectures in the University of California, Davis about leadership, about market economy, and then we were split in groups of 2 in different places. Some of us were allocated to Los Angeles, San Francisco. 2 of us were allocated to the place which is called Fresno, which is a center of agriculture in the state of California. A lot of my friends were joking that I come from Cajeti, which is East Georgia, and I was located in a place which was surrounded all by vineyards. So they were joking, this is a logical and natural place for you to be. But beyond the joke, I would like to say that the experience turned out to be really very, very important in my banking career because it was related to agricultural lending. So when I came back, it turned out to be a really turning point in my career. I see my bosses from the first banking jobs back in 90s, Emzar Gerenaya, who was head of the International Relations Department, where I worked that time. It was a former Soviet Neshekonombank, which was privatized and turned into the Export-Import Bank of Georgia. So this experience turned out to be very, very useful in my career. And that was the 2 months that make me decide to follow with the fundamental master's program in the United States. And that was 1997 when I applied for Edmund Muskie Fellowship Program, and I was admitted and it was a special program for Master of Science in Finance. And I spent a little bit more than a year in University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, which is one of the oldest U.S. universities, and this was a unique experience in my life. When I arrived there, I could not realize that time that I was entering a new phase in my life. I was starting to gain new friends from around the world, and I was attending classes where I received the experience and knowledge which unfortunately at that time it was very difficult to gain in this country, because we were taught by the most renowned professors. University of Illinois was a place for visits of most well-known CEOs from around the United States, and this was experience again which I will never forget. When we are abroad, we become ambassadors of our country in the United States. As an example for that, I would like to recall the concert of most well-known dance groups from Georgia, Sukhishvili, Georgian Dance Ballet, when they arrived to the Krannert Center of the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. I invited 16 of my friends, not only from my class, but from around the university, people who I knew very well, who were my friends, to attend, although it was financially very difficult for me that time. I still decided that my friends should know the culture and country where I come from, and I never regretted that I invited these people, although I was paying off my credit card debts for many years after that. But it was a unique experience. We were all crying, by the way, not only me, but also our friends. We are so impressed by this culture that many of them visited Georgia after that concert. Also, I should say that this program was a unique experience to gain the skills and knowledge which I used after that in my banking career, but also in my consulting career to consult other countries in pension system reforms, in bond market development, and also in my political career as I served as a member of Parliament, and of course in my recent career as a Minister of Economy to drive the reform agenda of this country. So to put it very briefly, I need to say that this experience was very important to turn Georgia from a country ravaged by the civil war into a country which is dynamically developing democratic Western country. And I see many faces in this room who were part of these academic programs, different other programs sponsored by US State Department, and who made significant contribution in different times to the development of our country. So I need to say that today Georgia really is a strategic ally of the United States. It's another world compared to 2 decades ago. Every area of our country, from health and education to the economy, democracy, rule of law, and human rights, has progressed dramatically. Getting to this point has not been easy, and we have faced fierce struggle against many forces, foreign and domestic, unfortunately, that have sought to slow our progress, and our loyal friends in America have been integral to this journey. Although there still remains a lot of work to be done, I can't help but express my deep appreciation and gratitude for the United States for standing with us in the most dramatic periods of our recent history and being one of the most ardent supporters and contributors to Georgia's modern success story. Despite external challenges, Georgia's commitment to peace at home and in the region endures, and in this we share common purpose with the United States. The support of the US has been crucial, I would say existential, to our success, and America remains our premier strategic ally. As a result, the US has a dedicated friend in Georgia and stable political ally and a strategic partner, a partner with common values and shared global security priorities. We have served alongside you in Afghanistan and Iraq. We are working closely on many important issues, and we serve as an example of a country constantly striving for democratic values and stability in our challenging region. In closing, I would like to thank everyone who has been working hard to help Georgia in shaping the leaders of tomorrow through various US-funded academic programs and scholarships. I believe all of you who belong to this huge alumni network are the most active supporters and drivers of US-Georgia partnership. On a personal level, I seek to draw upon my experience as a student in the University of Illinois to be a bridge between our nations. It is a nice coincidence that both Ambassador Kelly and me have very close connection with the state of Illinois. I am confident that your American experience, dear students, dear alumni, will not only benefit our country, but will take our partnership to a new level and make Georgian-American relations an enduring pillar for stability in this region and beyond. Thank you very much.